Okay, so who here has siblings? And as many of you know, it's like a roller coaster. So I have a little brother with special needs. So think of a roller coaster in pitch black where you never know what's gonna happen next. So when I walk downstairs in the morning, I have two other siblings who are very healthy, and I can guess that either they're taking a nap on the couch for 5 minutes before school, just to get a little extra sleep, or they're eating a bowl of cereal. I'll wake up at 4:30 in the morning to the noise of the dishwasher running, and he'll be sitting there watching infomercials. And I have to walk downstairs and tell him, get upstairs, go to bed, it's 4:30 in the morning. And it's kind of like a little funny thing that happens, and we talk about it at breakfast the next morning. But it just goes to show with him, I never know at what time or anything like that what he's going to be doing. So I lived in a very family-oriented house. I'm very close with my second cousins and my great uncles and aunts. I talk to them all the time. And I'm the oldest in the house. So I guess my other little siblings kind of look up to me to see how I deal with my little brother. And thank God I'm the oldest, because I couldn't deal with the stuff I do to them sometimes. But Kristen Stalker she wrote an article about how siblings with special needs are different, but they're also normal at the same time. Like, to you guys, if you saw the stuff I do with my little brother, you'd sit there and be like, what are they doing? That's so weird. But to me, it's just another day with them. So at 18 months old, Logan was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and how we figured it out, well, my parents did at the time. He came home completely normal, and then he started regressing. Like, he stopped eating by himself, he stopped walking, he started crawling, so they took him to the hospital, got MRIs done, and at first they thought it was cancerous. So right away he went on to chemotherapy, he went into brain surgeries, and he basically lived in the hospital till I was probably 6, 7 years old. So I was too young to understand really what was going on. And Donald Meyer wrote an article called The Other 1%, and he's an Australian journalist, and he was talking about growing up with a little brother with special needs and how he was jealous when he was little. And he went to psychologists talking about how he couldn't understand why he was jealous, and he felt guilty about it. And when I read it, I kind of sat there and kind of hit home, because when I was little, I do remember saying that, why can't I hang out with my little brother more? And why does he get all the attention? I lived with my grandparents for a good 3-4 months, because he was in and out of the hospital and my parents were with him all the time. And my birthday came around, and I didn't really understand dates at that point. So I was sitting there looking at my grandma. I knew it was May, and I was like, when's my birthday coming? She's like, oh, it's coming soon. My birthday got put off for 3 months. They just kept lying to me. And because they wanted the whole family to be there. And when I found out about it and I saw the date and I saw it was June, I got all upset. But I mean, now that I'm older, I kind of understand that that's what had to happen, and it was a family event, and my parents wanted Logan to be there. So with his treatment in the hospital, he stopped eating at one point, and he had a geotube in, which is a tube that goes directly to the stomach, because he couldn't hold food anymore. And he was taking 300 cc's of food, which in a syringe is about that much food. He was doing that a day, and he was still throwing up. He looked like a little African kid, I'm telling you, stomach blown out. And one day the doctor said, we don't expect to see you after this weekend, so take him home, have fun. And nobody knows why to this day still. My dad came home from work, we had a nurse coming, and he came home and Logan was eating chicken nuggets from McDonald's. So that was another reason I got jealous. Everywhere we went, he had McDonald's chicken nuggets, and I had to eat normal food. But he's the toughest kid I've ever met. he would come out of surgery and want to play, and I'd have to be reminded that I can't be rough with him. And he was my only brother at one time. So he taught me to check troubles at the door. He taught me the value of life and importance of relationships and how to adjust my life when stuff's going on. But I look up to him even though he's my little brother, and he made me realize the privilege we're all experiencing right now, and to be healthy and to be at college. So, thank you.